So Phil, we're in the executive lounge for the ultimate Anfield Experience. You want to tell us a little bit more about what it involves and what it's about?
Well, the whole thing is a great day. Like we do an Anfield Experience, we do Legends tours, and so this is the ultimate Anfield Experience. So it's getting something which you can't ever do, you can't get anywhere else. And for the club to do it, they used to do it many, many years ago, and they're just bringing it back. So it's something different. Now, you come here to Anfield, you arrive in the boardroom, which you'd be amazed at, but then you go down on a team coach down to Melwood, which then brings back so many memories. And for me today, just doing for the launch, being back at Melwood brought so many memories. Going, starting as a 15-year-old, so it's wonderful. But the pictures have been brought back to the best, because now the women's team is down there, so you've got the pitches down there are absolutely in pristine condition. So to have training down there off the coaches, and then a small-sided games down there, I just think it is the ultimate what you can get. But then you come back up here to Anfield, we're in the executive lounge, and then we will all eat together, and you will get stories. But down at Melwood, you will get stories from myself or other legends have experienced Melwood at its best. But here at Anfield, Jan's with us today, Jan Mulby, so there'll be other legends. But here, talking about the tales of what you've done and what happened here at Anfield, because it's where the magic happens, for goodness sake. It's where, I used to call it the Disneyland of football, where the magic happens. And it is. Why does those great European nights keep happening? And it's lovely sitting here, and a lot of people who come on the Ultimate Anfield Experience will go, but being in these rooms, seeing how, if you want, the other half lives, is quite something. Yeah. So to have the whole package, I just think is a great, wonderful thing to do.
Yeah, and we're here in the executive lounge, and we're surrounded by, we can go and get our picture there with the European Cup, and there's all the kind of nods to the history of the football club, and there's probably only a handful of football clubs who are able to put on something like this.
And that's the big thing, and that's why to have it and offer it to fans to be able to do, and it's great, isn't it? Do you know when your mum or your dad are saying, what would you like for Christmas? What would you like for your birthday? What would you like for this anniversary? And you go, I don't know. This is that thing that you can do within everybody's reach, and to sort of be able to offer it to somebody and to say, this is what we've got you for your Christmas present. You go, wow. So there's all kinds of things. You can just do it anyway for somebody that you like. So I just think it is a wonderful thing to come and do something which you've never thought of before. Yeah. And certainly Melwood, which brings back, where the greats have trodden, going back Shanks and Bob Paisley, but to Roger Hunt, St John, Big Yeatsy, then to Robbie Fowler, to sort of Kenny Dalglish, and to the modern day players, Firmino, Mane, Salah. It's all the things where they've actually played upon.
Well, you mentioned a couple of the modern day greats. I wanted to just get a couple of your thoughts on the new captain. Virgil van Dijk was appointed captain in the summer, and a very different type of leader to the one who preceded him in Jordan Henderson. What have you made of his season, and how do you think he's going to operate as the captain of the Liverpool Football Club, which is obviously something you know all about?
I think he's embraced it. I really think, and I think he's embraced it in a good way. I think you look at Virgil, he stepped up this season. Yeah. And by Virgil's own admission, he maybe wasn't at his best last season. Certainly being at this year. And do you know what? Against Brentford, I know people go, well, it was Brentford. This is culminating in this guy going, I'm back. And he was absolutely superb. He was like that Rolls Royce of a defender that we remember. So the responsibility, I think, has brought on his game back to his best, and I'm seeing in him. And when you get that way, you're then able, it brings out things in you of your leadership, and you start telling other people what to do, where to do, and that's what Virgil was like. Remember when he was directing operations out on the pitch? We hadn't seen that for a bit, and maybe because he wasn't captain. But now good captains, even if you're having an off day, you make sure everybody else is performing. And you see that it's back with Virgil in a good way.
Yeah, he's someone who's he's vocal on the pitch, but he's someone who leads by example rather than ranting and raving. And in the captaincy mould of maybe previous years, you know, across English football. There's a very different style, isn't it?
You're quite right. And do you know what? Do you know when you do raise your voice, people listen, people jump. People know what you're talking about. If you're ranting and raving all the time, it doesn't get through.
Yeah.
So you've got to do it at given times, and I think that's why he was the perfect call after Jordan left.
Yeah. So just finally, then, you know, is Van Dijk is the new club captain, and Trent Alexander-Arnold is the vice captain. You know, a local lad like yourself playing for his boyhood club. He just seems like he's ready to just go on to the next level, if that's even possible.
And it isn't this inverted fullback, which is what he's gone to sort of become. But you look at him and how much he's developed and how he's come on. Being a local lad does make it special. It does have its burdens, by the way, because you cost nothing. People are quite easy to criticise. But this is a player who's got so many attributes, so many wonderful abilities that he's every right. Do you know, when you get that armband, which I did, after a while you go, it's lovely, and it feels right, not just for you as on that pitch, but your family, that you've got it. I've captained Liverpool, and there's not sort of too many people, and I know it gets handed round, the armband, but to captain them on a full game, it's just special.